LS11 Universe, it's Zander.
Ray.
And welcome back to Predictions. It's been a little while since we've done predictions.
Yeah.
It's been a little while since we've done it on video as well. Last time we did it was on the watch-along for the SmackDown Before Mania. So, Ray, what are we predicting for today?
We are predicting AEW Double or Nothing 2022.
That is right, and Ray is walking in as champion. And this is the big Zander and Ray rematch. I am out for my redemption after being steamrolled at day one. What was that?
Before we actually go head-to-head LSWF.
Yes, I'm very much looking forward to that match. I've been scouting. I've been training. I'm down about 10 pounds. I'm getting better. I'm ready.
Just with Waluigi, just watching you, with a friggin' a stopwatch.
Also, for those wondering, we are now at the time of recording this at 1,475 subscribers, which.
In case you're wondering, Zander is frozen for me entirely. You should see.
Am I back?
You're back.
I am getting new Wi-Fi installed at my house on Monday. This should finally be a thing of the past come Monday.
Cool. Anyway, now it's thinking about the visual of Waluigi handing a plate of steamed Brussels sprouts and chicken. And he's like, all right, eat it, start consuming it. All right, stop, spit it out. Stop, get on the electrical. Did you like that Brussels sprout? Because now
the answer would be no. I hate Brussels sprouts, so the answer would be no. But anyways, before this turns into the LS11 podcast, because me and my fiance need to hop in the car and head to dinner with her parents soon. Yes, that's right, by the way, everyone. Your boy is now engaged.
Wedding video coming at some point.
Eventually. But anyway, originally that was going to be the cold open to tomorrow's stream was the proposal video, but I cried way too much to ever put that video on the internet.
Can I at least see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
I'll show you tomorrow. Anyway, we did introduce a new concept at WrestleMania Backlash. We didn't do a predictions video because my life was hectic that week.
One more thing. I'm going to add, I'm going to show the How I Met Your Mother clip and just put my name over Marshall's best friend. Hey, I was trying to tackle that Stewart guy who snuck into here, but I accidentally tackled the photographer. Don't worry, I have an awesome phone on my camera, so we're good.
So, because we did WrestleMania Backlash predictions pretty much entirely on Discord and Twitter, we introduced a new concept, and that is the double points match. We're coming up with an idea for it. I'm considering it the Double or Nothing match, and that is one match on the card. You award yourself a Double or Nothing stipulation, in which if your pick wins it, you get 2 points. But if your pick loses, you lose 2 points. Last time around, Ray's Double or Nothing pick was Cody Rhodes to beat Seth Rollins, and Greg Trees was Ronda Rousey to beat Charlotte Flair, so it meant F all.
I still steamrolled him, though.
No, it came down to the wire.
It did?
Yeah, it came down to Bloodline versus RK Bro and Drew.
WrestleMania, no matter what the official rule book will say.
Yes, Ray steamrolled. So
steamrolled both of you.
We have 13 matches to go through, Ray.
Tony, are you trying to kill us here, man?
So
Tony's kind of just become like us when we book a WrestleMania. It's just we'll add it on. Well, that puts the matches beyond 10. Who cares? WrestleMania. Maybe it's 15. It's
Part of me is considering that we also make the Double or Nothing match be a rule of it has to be a match we're different on, because otherwise I think we're going to have the same Double or Nothing match for Double or Nothing as a show.
All right.
So we have 13 matches to go through. Shall we start?
Let's start.
The first match, the pre-show match, which I'm actually unreasonably excited for. Smart Mark Sterling and Tony Nese versus Hookhausen. I got to give it to Hookhausen.
I do as well.
Like, it's the new team. It's a comedy character it's a comedy team, but Hook is taken seriously as a wrestler. So, and whereas Sterling is not. So,
okay, like did you watch that video I sent you about Danhausen?
Yeah.
I wish they would modify Danhausen's character to be like that in AEW. Like comedic up to a point. Where at some point he just snaps.
Well, I think right now, I don't think Danhausen's fully healed from his injury that he had back in December. I think that's why his first match with Tony Nese, he got squashed.
Yeah.
But that moves on. All right. So do we want to move on, or do we have anything else to say on that match?
No, I don't think so. I think we said everything that needs to be said.
This match, I guess, got added last night. Kyle O'Reilly versus Darby Allin.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
That's going to be fun.
Now, so, I don't know, because Kyle O'Reilly was a single star, and then he went right back to Red Dragon and worked with him and worked with Bobby Fish for a few months, and I love Bobby Fish. But now it's like he's trying to transition back into a singles wrestler, but he's still part of the Undisputed Elite, but he's also a singles wrestler in the Undisputed Elite. And what happens when Kenny comes back and assumedly joins them? I'm like, so then you have three guys, and then three guys who are kind of team guys, but they're not like an actual trio, because Bobby Fish and the Young Bucks being a trio is just a weird thought.
That is a weird thought, yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, like, I love Darby Allin, but Darby.
Okay, I'm also going to go Darby. I think he's the safer pick. I think he's the more reasonable pick.
Because, like, what I'm thinking is, like, what if Punk wins? And then you could do the rematch 1 year later for the title.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. So the next match on the card, I don't think either of us really need to go too in-depth on this one. The next match on the card for the TBS title, Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay. So, Jade, right?
Jade.
Yeah, Jade. This was going to be my...
There's going to be some differences once we get further along.
I think the next couple matches will be different, actually.
Yeah.
The next match is House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews against Death Triangle of Pac and the Lucha Bros. Now, the thing here is the Lucha Bros just got back. Like, Phoenix just got back from injury.
Yeah.
But it's also time for this feud to end.
My whole thing is, outside of this one thing, Death Triangle has been so uneventful since AEW started. And I hate to say it, like, Pac might be AEW's true failure. I know they had, like, the pandemic and everything happened to them, but I'm still sitting here like, he came in, he was going to fight for the freaking championship. He was going to be, like, one of the top guys immediately. And he's done next to nothing.
Yeah, he has done next to nothing.
And he has a great look. Like, his character works. I love him. But I'm just sitting here like... And, like, I'm also thinking about... I think we're going to get the Trios belt really soon. I would actually bet that All Out, they would debut the Trios belt. Okay. And so I'm thinking here, I think the winner of this will probably be involved in the feud to decide the first Trios champion.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I'm thinking here, like, who could be taken more seriously? And that's House of Black.
Yeah.
Now let's be honest. The Trios Championship is being made for one reason and one reason only, and that's for Kenny Omega to come back and do Kenny and the Bucks versus the Undisputed Era. That's why they're doing the trios belt.
That's exactly why.
Like, but anyway, I think you're also gonna bet House of Black.
Correct.
So,
you got two of my favorites in there with Buddy and Malachi. We're literally doing that feud in LS11 Universe now of Buddy versus Malachi. People have been waiting for it forever. This is the first chance I've kind of gotten to talk about it, so it's hard for me to bet against you. Okay, so next match. This one we may go different on. American Top Team, Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Paige Van Zant against Sammy Guevara, Frankie Kazarian, and Ty Conti. Now, Steven Larson over at Going in Raw summed this up best. Tony Khan came up with this feud by doing Mad Libs backstage with someone.
So, I want to say this before I say anything about this. Please stop harassing Ty Conti and Sammy Guevara online, you weirdos. Please. You make the rest of the community look bad. This is why mainstream media won't pay attention to pro wrestling, is incels like you. Anyway.
You didn't have a shot with Ty to begin with.
You didn't have a shot with Ty to begin with. You probably won't have a shot with Sammy to begin with, but, like, I'm sorry, you wouldn't even have a shot with I don't
Dan Lambert.
Huh?
You wouldn't even have a shot with Dan Lambert.
You wouldn't even have a shot with Dan Lambert. Like, it's just like you wouldn't have a shot with anybody.
Exactly. Okay,
and so please just stop.
Yeah.
But I'm going to actually go with American Top Team.
Son of a bitch.
It's Paige Van Zant's debut wrestling match.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
And I think they're going to put her as a big star. Because, in case you didn't know, she actually was fairly big in UFC. Not any sort of like massive star, but she was big. She got some really good fight night reigns when she did a fight night against former strawweight champion Doug Rose Namajunas. Also, hashtag Doug Rose reign number 3. Come on, Doug Rose, we can get it back. You're the best.
I'm also taking American Top Team for those that couldn't tell by me saying damn it.
I thought you would go with Sammy and Ty.
No, my same reasoning is Paige's debut.
Yeah.
And also, I just love Scorpio Sky so much. Like, you convincing me to give him the big push lately and doing that Buddy Matthews story in our universe, followed by his recent work on TV, has made me love him. Like, I've become a huge fan of Scorpio.
Oh yeah, I was a big fan of him before you were, and I remember talking about him. You're like, oh yeah, I've heard about Scorpio Sky, and I was like, no man, he's great. And like at the time, he'd only been in SCU. They've been doing the SCU thing for quite some time. I was like, no, you don't get it. He's great. And like, I was like, watch him as Ring of Honor stuff. And here's the thing you need to learn about Zander. I love you, buddy. Whenever I recommend any wrestling thing that's like a past thing, he won't do it. Like,
I can't watch old wrestling. I can't watch anything. I can watch old Rumbles. That's it. I can't go back and watch old matches because I know what's going to happen, or I know who's going to win.
Like,
if that makes sense.
I mean, it kind of does, but at the same time, I'm just sitting there like, you're spoiling. You're I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he's great.
He also got his new title yesterday, so
I think they probably want to give Paige a push. Also, I'm betting because I'm just gonna say Paige has a following.
She does, yes,
on Instagram and certain
other photo apps as well.
Pay to see certain.
So, want to move on to the next match?
Highly conducive.
So, next up on the card is the Young Bucks versus the Hardys. So, what are we thinking about Young Bucks versus Hardys, Ray? It's a tag team dream rematch. We haven't seen it since 2017.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I've liked how Jeff Hardy has looked singles-wise. I've seen some of Jeff and Matt's recent matches. I think the pedal's coming off the rose of their tag team a little.
Okay.
But, and I will stick by this opinion, I do not think they should have been put against job guys on TV. I think this should be their first match back as a tag team in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, will Tony does this a lot, and this is especially true for the main event. Tony has this decision on whether he goes with the bigger deal that makes more sense financially, or his plan.
Yeah.
Or his plan that's locked in. And despite signing some of the biggest talent in the world, Adam Cole, CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, he is stuck on his road. Get out of here, Keith Lee. I need to make Hangman Page champion, damn it.
Yeah. So I'll go first. I'm going to reluctantly take the Hardys. I don't think they should win, but I'm going to go with my heart over my head on this one.
I'm going to go with the Bucks.
First different match of the night. I am not confident enough.
So we have the difference.
I am not confident enough to make that my double points match.
No. There's one thing where I'm like, yeah, I'll make that my double points match if I need to announce it so far.
Yeah. Well, I figure we'd save that for the end, especially because we're wanting to do different matches for our double points matches.
Yeah.
So, next up on the card, Jurassic Express versus Team Taz versus Swerve in Our Glory for the tag team title. So, in case you haven't been keeping up, it's Jurassic Express against Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland.
All right.
Swerve in Our Glory did stand tall on Dynamite.
Yes.
And so I feel like that writes them out.
Has Jurassic Express to you not like lost heat, but lost momentum?
Big time.
Where it's like, okay, these people they haven't gotten the reaction they used to get. They're not as over as they used to be. And
those titles should have gone to either Red Dragon or the Young Bucks at Revolution.
Yeah. And so I'm sitting here, I'm asking myself, because I don't like their tag team dynamic as much anymore. And I almost kind of wish they were out, because I think Powerhouse Hobbs, I think Team Taz and Swerve in Our Glory could actually have a really cool tag team match if they went 2-on-2.
They have before, and it was really good.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of sitting here like, I meant like on pay-per-view, because on pay-per-view you get more time.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'm sorry everyone that my camera's shaking. I'm recording this at my little wrestling setup table. I'm taking it down in the next couple days, and this was just the easiest way to do this because my fiance's out on the sun porch, and I didn't want to be screaming like 2 feet away from her.
Hey!
Well, I'm very loud when we're recording, so.
All right.
Anyways, part of me wants to go Team Taz.
I'll
let you go first.
Because I could see them putting it on Team Taz and going with Lee and Swerve Strickland as like their feud for a while.
Yeah, you could also have Hookhausen getting built up a little bit and eventually build to Taz's son versus Taz's boys.
Yeah, I could see that too. I do kind of agree with Jim Cornette. Like, are they keeping FTR off the card to avoid the embarrassment of like having an FTR match and then having this match?
They might be.
Like, because FTR are the best working tag team. Still in the business. They've pretty much been the best tag team in the world for like half a decade now.
Yeah, so, they're great. I love FTR.
And like, there's very few teams I think that could have matched what they've done, or like the ability they have. I think Red Dragon's one of them. I think New Day, when it's Kofi and Big E, I don't care how many times you have Xavier tag with Big E or Kofi tag with Xavier. To me, the New Day as a tag team is Kofi, Big E, and Xavier as the manager. To me,
Xavier's so good.
I love Xavier Woods, but to me, in that New Day dynamic, if they're in the tag division, it needs to be Big E and Kofi with Xavier as the manager.
That's fair. That's fair.
But other than that, getting away from that, because I could also see them doing Swerve on Glory, because I think Tony is slowly becoming more aware of how, frankly, white his champions have been over the last years.
Yeah. More recently, it's not been as, more recently we've been getting more diverse, which is fantastic.
Yeah, but like by and large,
yeah, it's
still a lot of whiteys.
Yeah.
I love that where I'm trying to bring it back. Anyway.
Ray. Thank God we're 21 minutes in because no one's watching at this point.
Oh, please. They love me. Anyway. I'm going to go with ballsy pick, Swerve in Our Glory.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Because I really, it's another one of those cases like it was the last match. I really want Team Taz to win. But I think I'm going to go Jurassic Express, and I'm going to talk myself into this one. I'm going with Jurassic Express because I think FTR will be next in line, and they will beat Jurassic Express. That's the only way I can justify this to myself.
Okay.
So, we'll come back to that. So up next, this matchup's going to be fun. This one's going to be fun. And I don't care who has who on this one. I think we're just going to enjoy this one. The team of Eddie Kingston, Santana and Ortiz, and the Blackpool Combat Club's Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson against the Jericho Appreciation Society, the most prestigious team in all sports entertainment.
I already know my pick.
Okay.
Jericho Appreciation Society.
What?
Yep.
Wow. I feel like Kingston and I feel like Team Eddie is a lock on this one.
Here's the thing. I think Kingston and Danielson's hatred of each other will get in the way, which will then give root to Jericho taking advantage to win.
I can see that. And I can also see that under another caveat, and this is me talking myself into things again. I could see them giving Jericho a win and them running Jericho Hangman 2 for the title.
That's a possibility.
But yeah, well, I'm going to take Eddie's team. We might have to do one of those things where we double back to decide on what our double points match will be. Because so far, none of the ones we have different, I'm like, oh, I've got that one. Like, even this one, now that you said that, I'm like, shit, he might be right.
Yeah, like that's what you said. Like, you said before we started, I'm very confident. And then I started listing off the reasons, and you're like, okay, there's that. Yeah, there's that.
If the tag title match weren't a triple threat, if the tag titles weren't a triple threat and Team Taz wasn't a possibility, that would be my double points. But then your team doesn't even have to win for me to lose 2 points.
Yep.
So next match on the card is the finals of the Women's Owen Hart Tournament. Ruby Soho versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. So I've let you go first a lot on this one. You look like you have a very ballsy pick to make.
I don't, because I'm sitting here asking myself, because to me it is a toss-up. Like, because I could see them running Ruby and sorry, name's getting me. I watched the product, believe me.
You're good. So the winner of this match gets a title match, I believe, against. Yeah, I think it's against Jade.
Oh,
it's either against Jade or Rosa. I don't know which one. Let me double check.
Google search that, because depending on that really does influence my pick.
Okay. Women's Owen Hart. Receive a trophy. There is no mention of a title match.
What?
I feel like it will parlay into a title match, but it's not directly mentioned.
So, like, what I'm wondering is because if it was a TNT title match, I would have gone with Britt Baker.
Okay.
But if it was a women's world title match, I maybe would have gone with Ruby Soho because Britt Baker was champion for so long, and I think they really want some more diversity at the top of that card. And I think Ruby Soho is criminally underrated. And
he is, and I think Tony's starting to see that as well.
Is he seeing, though, beyond one of his pillars?
Yeah, like someone pointed this out the other day. Britt Baker is Tony Khan's Charlotte.
Yeah.
We just all haven't gotten sick of her yet. Keywords yet.
I remember, like, I got tired of Charlotte years before anyone else did.
I got tired of her around 2016, like tail end of 2016.
I got tired of her before that. I remember the moment I said I've had enough of this woman.
We've got to pick for this one. We both got to pick, and this is the hardest match on the card for me to pick.
It was WrestleMania 32 when Banks did not win that triple threat. I was saying I've had enough of this woman winning all the time when it's clear Banks should win. But anyway, besides that,
this is really tough.
Britt Baker. I'm going to go Britt Baker.
I'll go Ruby then.
Like, I feel like you and I are like both teetering there.
Yeah, I couldn't decide. I would have broken and said I'm going Ruby anyway. So
yeah, I was getting ready to literally take out a quarter and just go, okay.
Me too.
And just go. You go ahead. And we're just going to flip.
And loser has to pick first.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other Owen Hart final, Adam Cole versus Samoa Joe, and specifically because it's mentioned on Wikipedia here, so it feels like I should mention it. Sanjay Dutt, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal are banned from ringside.
Okay. Another example. So the pedal hasn't come off the ropes, but his booking has been questionable. And that's Adam Cole.
Yeah.
His booking has been very questionable. How are you messing this up, Tony?
But I'm locking it in. I'm going Adam Cole.
I think, okay, here's what I'm thinking. If you want to parlay this into a title match, I think Cole versus Hangman 2 has...
Or it'd be 3 at this point, because they did it on Rampage, too.
I don't think that has much. But at the same time, Hangman versus Joe. And then you have 17 years later, Punk versus Joe.
That's also very true.
So
you actually made this easy for me by picking Britt, because I think that couple, Adam and Britt, they're a couple. One of them's winning, one of them's losing. So I was like, it's either I'm going to get both wrong or I'm going to get one wrong.
I think I'm going to go with Samoa Joe because I'm sitting here like, I'm going to go with my heart here because I think Joe should win. Because to me, Joe versus Hangman is a lot more interesting if they want to do it. And Joe versus Punk, I'm like, yes! Yes!
Okay, so up next, I think I know what way you're going on this one because I know how you book. MJF versus Wardlow.
I don't think the finish will be 100% clean.
Oh, probably not.
If I had to bet, just so you know, my first pick is MJF.
Okay.
And I'm sitting here like, what if Wardlow pinned MJF, but MJF had his fall on the rope, the referee restarts the match, MJF hits him with the ring and wins.
Mm-hmm.
I could easily see them doing that.
Yeah.
That specifically.
Yeah.
I know you're probably going to go with Wardlow.
I am.
But
I am on the Wardlow train. Love Wardlow.
I could see Wardlow winning, and then they somehow make it a little bit more shady, and then MJF wins the title, and then you could run MJF versus Wardlow for the title.
Yeah, you could do that.
But at the same time, I am not confident MJF is winning the championship.
Yeah, I'm losing confidence every day that he's going to win a title.
I'm just sitting here like this relationship between Tony and Tony and MJF has gotten so contentious.
So I'm going Wardlow. I'm going to push you for an answer.
I said MJF.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you were saying your first choice would be MJF.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said my choice is MJF.
Women's title, Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. I was a lot more confident on this one until recently, but I'm still going to stick with Rosa to retain.
I was going to go with Rosa too.
All right. Well, we can have the same ones on some of them. That's fine. Main event. So I'm gonna be transparent with you here, Ray. When I sent you the StreamYard link, it took me a second to let you in the StreamYard because I was typing up my predictions in our thing before you even got in. I was like, I want to just go ahead and have my prediction so I can be ready. I don't have a prediction written for this one.
I feel like you wanted to go Hangman.
I don't know.
And because I think Tony has an issue. And it's not like loyalty is a bad trait. I'm not saying that at all. But
I don't know if he's frozen or I am.
hello.
So I don't know if you were frozen or I was. So would you mind telling me what you said again?
They have Adam Page.
Mm-hmm.
They brought him in. He's young. He's got the look. He's built himself up. And this title run has not been great.
No, it hadn't.
Punk has been his best feud. I will give him this. Punk has been a good feud for him. I have enjoyed it. Yeah. But can he continue this? Is this Punk saying, all right, we're going to do this, and this?
Yeah.
And then Hangman just going, okay, and just going out and doing it. Because, like, I think, like, when you look at Hangman and you see him in interviews, I'm not sure he's the best booker himself, which that's an issue I have a lot with AEW, is you're forced to be your own booker so often that, like, guys who are really good in the ring just not great bookers, because not every wrestler is going to be a great booker. Like, Punk's a great wrestler and he books great angles. MJF is a wrestler, but books great angles for himself. I would say Moxley is someone who's underrated in how well he can book an angle.
This is so tough, man. This is such a tough pick.
My heart so badly wants CM Punk to win because this video has not been made yet. I'm sure we'll get someday where Zander and I just run down our actual top 10 favorite wrestlers, each of us. And Punk would be in the top 5 for me. I'm not sure top 5. Maybe in there.
So I don't have the Punk nostalgia that a lot of people do. He was gone when I started watching. He had already left.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if I disclosed this to Zander too much, but do you know my first wrestling pay-per-view that I ever watched? Ever.
I feel like you've told me it. It's not Money in the Bank 2011, is it?
No. I started watching wrestling in 2008, remember?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you'd actually gotten to watch pay-per-views before then, because I know they weren't exactly affordable for a long time.
So my first one I ever watched was like you, a Royal Rumble 2008.
Okay.
And CM Punk came out. And I loved him from there forward.
Oh, is that when he did the thing? Like where he was on the mic for half the Rumble?
No, that was 2010. That was Sermon on the Mount.
Okay.
No. This is where he came out. I'm not sure who he worked with. he got a few things to take. I just loved his look. I was like, this dude. I don't know why he looks so different from everyone else in the ring. He just separated himself. And like, I know you have a very similar story with you and Seth Rollins, where it's just like he looks so different compared to everyone else, and he has a charisma that's just drawing me in.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember being so upset a month later when this happened, guys. Remember, if you're watching real life, you remember this. Chavo Guerrero beat CM Punk for the ECW championship.
That's terrible.
You didn't know this?
So, because I have to get going to this dinner soon,
Mexico match.
I'm gonna give myself the Superman curl in the end here.
I'm gonna go CM Punk.
Okay. I'll tank Hangman just so we go different. Just in case it comes down to the main event.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. What's going to be our double points matches? I'm going ×2 on Wardlow.
Huh?
I'm making Wardlow my double points pick.
Jade Cargill.
I thought we were going to do it on matches we didn't have the same on.
Oh. Is that a hard, fast rule?
No, but I was just saying that to keep Jade from being the one we went double on.
Yeah, but I'm like, well, here's the thing. I could either lose 2 points or gain another point and just have that 1 point lead over you, even if it's the same.
I'm really trying to think of how I want this rule to work, because like both matches that you guys did double points on last time, you had different, so it made a difference.
I mean, it would still make a difference. Because let's say I win, I get 1 point ahead of you, and later on the night you win, and then boom, you're 1 point ahead of me.
That's true. I originally had Jade as my times too, by the way, and then I was like, oh, we'll just do it on matches we don't have the same.
I feel no confidence in the matches we don't have the same.
That's fair, because the matches for those that aren't following, the matches we have different are Hardy's Young Bucks, the tag titles, Jericho Appreciation Society versus Team Kingston, both Owen Hart finals, MJF Wardlow, and the main event.
So I'm actually kind of happy with that. I have a 13 match card. We have 7 different matches.
That is a pretty fair amount.
Yeah, that's a good amount. That's a lot of room. So I'm gonna go with Jade. I'm gonna stick to the guns of Jade.
I'll allow it this time.
You're gonna allow it every time, bitch. I'm the champ.
Not for long, motherfucker. I'm winning that belt tomorrow. So with all that said, because I really need to go to my future mother-in-law's dinner tonight.
Say see you tonight because it is going to be uploaded tomorrow.
Yes, I will see you all. We will see you all tonight for AEW Double or Nothing. We'll be wearing different clothes because it'll have been a day for us at that point.
Yeah.
Until then, I've been Zander.
I won't have gone back from working 5 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Ugh. All right. Until then, I've been Zander.
I've been Ray.
And those were predictions. See you all tomorrow. See you all tonight.